Hey friends, happy spring. I am so glad winter is over, and I bet you are too. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you something I found at the thrift store lately. I found a bunch of these old spoons, and I do make jewelry with some of them, and I just wanted to show you some of the cool patterns. These are all vintage. This is a really neat one. I found this is, I believe it's called a tomato spoon, but I really like the stamped or punched pattern in it. I think it's pretty cool, and just some like miscellaneous. You might even recognize some of these patterns. I'm trying to get that in focus there. Anyway. All right, so I did pick up some of the monogrammed ones. I know a lot of people who want, who make jewelry or who use crafts, I find that these are overlooked. People usually don't pick up the monogrammed ones, and I think they're great. I think they're great for making bracelets. I like to make a bracelet with one spoon. I've been making them for many years, and I attach like a chain and some beads or pearls, and those are great for someone who has a B initial, like first name, last name, or a nickname or whatever. So I picked those up, and they're just miscellaneous. You can see some of them are silver plated. Most of them are. They get that yellowish kind of hue, that tinge of yellow, because they're tarnished and they need to be polished. Other ones that get kind of a greenish look, those are nickel silver. These are pretty beat up. These are really old, these two here, and I might use them for some kind of craft. Maybe I'll make like a wind chime or something. But you can look on the back of the neck of the spoon and it will tell you, this one's upside down. Yeah, it says nickel silver. So yeah, definitely that's the way you can tell when you're shopping at a thrift store and you want to know the difference, like what's if it's sterling silver, it will say sterling silver on the back, and I have gotten a couple of those already. Actually, in a box of stuff I bought on eBay years ago, I bought a box lot of forks and spoons for crafts, and they did not bother going through them. There were 3 or 4 solid sterling spoons in there. So yeah, that was a pretty cool thing. But you'll see when you see a pile of spoons or forks together, and the ones that have the yellow tinge are most likely silver plated, and then with that greenish tinge, that's nickel silver. I don't really make any jewelry with that. You don't want to be wearing that. It might make your skin a little bit green. But let me show you this. It'll say, let's see, this one says community plate. So when it's plate, that's pretty much silver plated. Now let me move these out of the way. And when I found a couple of these little ones, specialty spoons, I'm not exactly sure what this one is for. I found this at the bins, at the Goodwill bins. I was pretty surprised. I grabbed those, and I wanted to show you some plates that I use for jewelry making. Now, these, they have sticky stuff on them. They had labels. They need to be soaked and washed really well. But this I thought was a really pretty pattern. They were really beat up. They were only maybe like 50 cents or $1 for both. And these are the kind of plates that you want to get for crafts, whether you're making jewelry with them or you're making mosaics with china. What you want to do is you don't want to use anything that is good, anything that has value, that could be reused, that maybe somebody else would need for a part of their china set where you could sell it like on eBay or on Etsy. And I'm going to show you in 1 second why. Now, do you see that? There's a big chip. But watch when I flip them over. Look how bad of a condition these are in. So they're pretty dinged up. These are perfect for jewelry making. They are not suitable for any kind of use. Oh, here's another one. They're not suitable for any use aside from jewelry making or crafts, because they are just so damaged and chipped and dinged up. Somebody had these for a really long time, but what a pretty pattern. So anyway, I just wanted to share that stuff with you, and I hope you are enjoying springtime. I sure am. I was in New York City yesterday at an event for YouTube, and we learned a lot of really cool things about YouTube shopping, which is a new thing on YouTube. And if you look down below, we can put links for items that are in our videos so you can easily find them. And I'll talk about that more in another video, but I just wanted to say happy spring and share this little tip for you. And I hope you have a great weekend. Bye guys.